If you are logging into MyTEAM today, this is what matters. Happy Sunday, everybody. We have King of the Court updates, auction house information, plus a huge new challenge that 2K gave us today that's very rewarding. We also know there's the Sunday park streak floating out there. Let's dive into it and see what matters. For the daily challenges, free 5,000 MT. You do gotta hop into multiplayer and at least play one. Good day to try it out. There's some rewarding opportunities out there for online play. For the All-Star Festival tab, they gave us a huge new challenge. They're giving us a dark matter piece. Yesterday they gave us the Galaxy Opal. The day before they gave us the Pink Diamond. So yes, this is a bit of a shorter festival, but they are clearly giving us a bit more pieces from rewards. It will take a little time. It is win 25 games with just one or more NBA All-Star players. Guys, there's so many of those All-Star players. Festival players don't count. All-Star hype players don't count. But any player from this All-Star set, anyone, and some are like under 10K, under 5K even, just grab one. You could do it in offline or online. Look, if you are playing the park and going for a streak, very likely you could use an all-star player, and even if you don't get 5 in a row, just on the way while you're trying to get your wins, you'll start stacking some up. That's what happened to me. Unfortunately, I had a couple 2-game win streaks busted, so maybe we'll be on later trying to get a win streak. But they've been very rewarding with all these pieces, giving us a Galaxy Opal, giving us a Pink Diamond, and giving us a Dark Matter now. So we'll evaluate the exchange here in just a moment, but with all these pieces and we have King of the Court rewards, it's starting to be a bit more pieces than maybe we thought. I mean, if you're even fully no money spent or new to the game, just from doing these challenges, you're going to get Ibaka, maybe even Tom Chambers or Tyreek Evans. So overall, a pretty rewarding festival. I know at the top, we all saw the Troyden video. To get Yao, it takes $5,000. Yeah, that's fine. But for no money spent people, they're still giving us Ibaka. Everybody can get Ibaka just from doing some easy offline challenges. Realistically, if you push a little bit, Chambers is pretty realistic, no money spent, especially if you can win some online games, and Tyreek Evans is as well. So a good example of, yes, there's some very high-reaching rewards that would cost literally thousands of dollars, but at the same time, they're giving us some very good competitive cards for completely free. So yin and yang there, folks, yin and yang. All the other tabs, nothing new in weekly challenges, still worth doing, guys. I mean, if you can knock some of this out, you put a greatness player and you put an all-star player and start getting stats and wins, you're going to get, legend badges. Not all this needs to be done in a day. Some of you guys are kind of, not grinding as much. This is the type of day you can stack a lot of things and still take care of those type of challenges. Same with this signature challenge, you could get a lot of stats done in that. So just keep stacking challenges, but as far as new things, yes, just make sure you get wins in any mode with an all-star player for a free Dark Matter piece. On to the play tabs, and then we'll go over to the exchange and see what's going on there. It is Sunday, so we have the triple threat park streak, and we got to highlight it, and it's going to be a little sweaty out there, but it is just incredibly rewarding. Look at that, I am the MVP of this court. Really, it's more like a bullseye on my back. I feel like people chase me down a little bit more, but it's quite rewarding. Even just one win, you're going to get a diamond. This is not repeatable, so once you get one win, you can't just, break your streak and get another diamond. But if you can get 3, it's a Pink Diamond, and if you can get 5 in a row, it is a 100 overall piece. That alone breaks down to 6 Galaxy Opals, which is pretty much halfway, or that is halfway to Tom Chambers. Pretty much there for Tyreek, and more than enough for Ibaka. So I know it's sweaty out there. We will probably try a little bit more later. I had to take a pause and just focus on the video. It's one of those things. It'd be really nice, but don't stress yourself, guys. I mean, even if you just get Ibaka from this thing, it's still really worth it. And if you're chasing some of those other cards, don't sacrifice mental health or anything like that. Chasing a 5-game win streak, it's supposed to be sweaty, it's supposed to be hard, but at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. So if you're not having fun when you're playing, take a pause, take a break. It will be there for you later, and if you don't get it, it's okay, guys. We have plenty of other cards we can always go after and get. King of the Court is live and well. We had a very fun stream last night. Thank you for everyone who tapped in. It was like 2.5 hours. I think we played 7 total games. 5 wins, 1 was a quick quit. I think he might have lagged out. I was up by 3 and it was kind of back and forth. It was the first quarter, he lagged out. Wasn't enough points, so I had to keep chasing some other wins. It was down to that final game where if I lost, I'd be eliminated. If we could get a good win, it should have clearly bumped me into tier 2. And that's what happened. We got that 2,200 point game. It was able to bump me from 8,700 up to 9,700. And we had some fun because I was like, I don't know if 8,700 is going to keep in tier 2. Last night, tier 2 was at 8,500. I knew it would trickle up, and it did. So yes, I did need that last win. 8,700 was not enough. It will probably sneak up to like 9,000. I wouldn't be surprised if tier 2 is around 9,000. I should be very safe at 9,700. And that's a dark matter piece, which is huge for me. I mean, I was hoping to at least get the Galaxy Opal, which is great. If you guys can just get to tier 3, take that Galaxy Opal. Halfway to Ibaka, I mean, it's going to be a big help getting Tom Chambers and things like that. So I do advocate for trying at least a few games in King of the Court. We had a pretty sweaty, pretty fun run last night. Was able to get to tier 2, which is huge. So we'll get that dark matter piece. And looking at the scoreboard, look at Ty. He's up there with a dominating lead. Well done, sir. I mean, it looks like he's going to win it again. At this point, it really is him versus the field. So interesting. Let's see if someone can take him down. I would be surprised. It is Sunday, only 14 hours left. Will be tough to beat that score. But again, it is worth playing King of the Court if you can get a couple games in. But I would prioritize the park today as well, especially if you can get that 5-game streak. So it's one of those weekends. The last few days before this festival, we were a bit more of an offline grind, focusing on greatness, which is still there. If you guys are working through greatness, hey, Wade is playing for me. Wade is absolutely playing for me. But if not, it's okay. Focus on these type of modes or breakout. I mean, breakout is still a great way to farm pieces. You can stack so many challenges on a day like today. You can get all these challenges, not these uniform ones. Even this also, you could get the Hall of Fame option pack, which we're probably not going to do, but definitely get the pink diamond. You could get the Galaxy Opal, and you could get this dark matter all in breakout. And all along the way, you're going to be getting rewards. You know, some of these games are for thousands of MT. And if that's your grind, you're still going to get at least a Ibaka, maybe even Tom Chambers. We don't know how generous they're going to keep being. What if they put a 100 overall challenge in here? I mean, that is 6 Galaxy Opals. One challenge could be halfway to Tom Chambers. It's just why we always let the dust settle, see how many rewards we're going to get before we make any major decisions. But in summary, great day to play Park. Try to get some games in King of the Court, and if you don't feel like getting too sweaty, just grind Breakout. It will be very rewarding today to do that. Domination is there too. I mean, you can stack a ton of things if you're still working through All-Star. Doc Rivers is a great coach. And our daily shout out to exhibitions. Just get the ones done that you can. They can be worth it. I don't have a flash pink diamond, but if I have everything else, I can use. All right, Malik Monk, we can't use the Kings lineup. If I have everything else, I can use my game changer. We will do it. Look at that. Shout out chat. You guys taught me about that one. Was able to get that done now. Just get them all done. We don't need to fill them all out here. But yes, I will come back and do all my exhibitions. On to the market tab. We can look at the pack market. You know, they're nothing too exciting for me, but they did put some new things in. You know, 2K, they like to keep us on our toes. They don't tell us what they're going to do. They don't tell people, hey, in a few days, we're actually going to put a pack in that gives you 2 100 overall pieces. Compared to spending $450 on a box, I don't really know. This isn't my forte, but I'm guessing you're going to get more 100 overall pieces from this type of thing rather than like a 50 box, like your traditional 51 pack that maybe has pieces in it. So if you are opening the wallet, this might be your best chance to farm pieces. Not really my expertise, but it is something to be aware of. You know, they have some new special offerings in the market. We did open that 195 plus option pack. Turns out there was a much better deal on the mobile app, where sometimes they do have special deals just on the mobile app. Something to keep in mind if you do have VC from the Pro Pass. But, you know, in theory, we just know it's the new All-Star set. There's a bunch of new cards in the market. We're not quite trading them yet. We have a lot of information on the auction house we'll go into in just a moment. But let's line up some shots in the festival. You know, you should be getting a decent amount of pieces now. We've had a Galaxy Opal free, we've had a pink diamond free. If you've been getting a few wins in the park over the last few days, you might have more pink diamonds. And then the King of the Court rewards will come. Hopefully you guys are tier 3 getting another Galaxy Opal piece, maybe tier 2 getting that dark matter. Shout out if you did make tier 1. Drop down below in the comments if we got any tier 1 players getting that 100 overall. Much respect. Really just drop down below whatever tier you got. I'm curious. Anybody who gets out and plays King of the Court, I respect it. And I think it's a good idea because the juice is worth the squeeze. You can get a Galaxy Opal piece for 3 games. So yes, we're stacking up some really nice pieces. I don't have the dark matter from King of the Court yet, but that will be 3 Galaxy Opals. Plus the new challenge, that will be 3 more Galaxy Opals. So that's just 6 right there. And for anybody who didn't play King of the Court, just do the challenge. That is 3 free Galaxy Opals. I couldn't wait. I went ahead and locked in for Ibaka. That card looks insane. We will go double check him, but he's 2 Galaxy Opals. Very, very good card. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, this is a W. This festival's a W alone, especially if you're a brand new player. If like you were brand new to the game, just building out your lineup, you could buy a really cheap all-star player, get all the challenges done, and get a free Ibaka, an elite card to build your lineup around. I think I'm going to play Ibaka over Garnett, possibly. We'll see. But I was able to get Ibaka because we have some pieces, and I'm still honed in on Tyreek. And I kind of know I have 6 Galaxy Opals in the bag because I have 1 Dark Matter from King of the Court, which will be 3. And then they gave us a challenge for a Dark Matter. That's 3 more. So I already have 6 Galaxy Opals towards Evans. Over the next couple days, I just need to get 2 more. And if I can pull off my park streak, then that's Tyreek Evans and even more. Then I can just go shopping. Not sure if I'll be able to get up to Tom Chambers. And guys, I would prioritize this. I'm a Kings fan. You know, let me wallow in my Kings fan pity. Unless you're really, big on Tyreek, maybe even wait on Ibaka. Like if you really think you have a chance to get Tom, I think it's worth waiting and seeing what 2K gives us. Because if they do give us a challenge with a 100 overall piece, that is 6 Galaxy Opals, halfway to Tom, plus the other challenges and just grinding. I think Tom Chambers is realistic. No money spent, no packs opened. For at least a few people, depending how you do in Park, depending how you do in King of the Court. And I think he's the best of the Galaxy Opals, but again, I think they're all really good. I'm going with my heart here, not so much my mind, and I'll get Tyreek Evans and Ibaka and be super happy with this festival. Even if I don't get my park streak, I think I can still get those 2 cards, so I'm not sweating it too much. I can get the park streak, I'll get Tyreek, and then just go shopping. There's always good options. I do have my eye on this JaVale McGee. They gave him a great 3-point shot. We'll see what the jump shot looks like, but statistically, he can hit it. Derrick Jones is a good card. I mean, they put Budget Beast in here, and even if you just want to try to get like a Hall of Fame option pack, something like that, there's always a lot of rewards. So even if I overachieve and get my park streak and have more than enough Galaxy Opal pieces for Evans, probably won't be able to get up to 20 and get Evans in Chamber, so rather I'll use the leftover Galaxy Opal pieces just to go shopping. But line up your shots. As always, guys, my process is stack as many pieces as you can. Be aware that 2K is not consistent. Some days they give us Galaxy Opal. They might scale it back and just give us a pink diamond tomorrow. We just don't know. So it's good to be flexible, but line your shots up, especially with that Dark Matter coming out today. A lot more things are possible. Do your best and just try to grab at least 1 Galaxy Opal, if not 2. The Dark Matters maybe even will be attainable, no money spent, if they keep giving us great rewards. I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, say you did get tier 2 King of the Court. That's 1 Dark Matter piece. They gave us another Dark Matter piece today in challenges. Maybe you get another one from like the Galaxy Opal yesterday, that's like 3-ish. And then the park win streak would be 2 more. And it's only, Sunday. And that's like 5 Dark Matter pieces. Maybe Levine, depending on rewards, could be attainable, no money spent. It looks like Sabonis could be attainable, no money spent. Typically, the second tier of cards is attainable that way, like SAR last festival. A huge grind, but technically attainable, no money spent if you got your weekend streaks done and played in some King of the Court. So usually these second tier cards, 2K tries to line up to be at least attainable, no money spent if you're a heavy grinder. And then that third tier of cards with last festival and the SAR festival was like pink diamonds like Kuzma and Brandon Jennings. Those are more than attainable, no money spent. And that's what it is showing. I mean, I do think these cards will be attainable. So that's a lot there, guys, but I think we have a better understanding of how this festival is going to line up. We'll have more updates on it. But again, line up your shots, stack your pieces. If you can get a Galaxy Opal, that's great. If one of these Dark Matters is really, catching your eye, just keep stacking because there's a good chance we'll get here, no money spent, or maybe just having to rip a few packs with MT. I know that's not my favorite thing to do, but if you're just 1 or 2 pieces away, it might be worth investing a little MT to do it. But still plenty of time and hopefully more good rewards coming. We can do a quick lineup check, and this is the team that I ran in King of the Court last night. I had a lot of success. I mean, 5-2 in King of the Court is nothing to scoff at by any means. Definitely still like borderline budget squad. I was breaking it down. This is pretty much all free cards and then like 3 bot cards, one, two, three, four. Combined value of like 400k MT, and half of that is Denny. I paid 200 for him, 10k for him, 70 and 70-ish for these guys. So, and this was a bit of an overpay. He was a bit higher. He's gone down. We will review the market. Definitely room for improvement, but it really got the job done. The first thing I will do is I want to see this Ibaka. I've heard his jump shot is absolutely phenomenal, very, very smooth. So I think Ibaka will slide right in. And guys, grab this card. I mean, just depending on, how things are lining up. But if you're like, oh, I can only get Ibaka. No, it's not only getting Ibaka. This is an elite card. They put his jump shot on quick. He can absolutely hit the three. I played against this card earlier today. He was dominating. Look at the defense. Perimeter D90. I mean, this is a great card. You could pair him with another big in Park. I mean, I would run him, Sar, and McDaniels, or him, Sar, and Denny. Something like that. Should be a really good card and may play over Garnett. I just like Ware's jump shot. Maybe I slide Garnett in there and sell Ware, giving some options. Look, at this point when you're grinding the game, you should just have a ton of cards. Like, we could pull up my bench cards, some of the cards I'm not starting, and easily I could probably build a whole new starting lineup just from cards I'm not using. It kind of becomes that way once you just keep grinding and stacking up cards. And it's one of the reasons I'm not spending a ton of MT, just because I feel like I have enough cards to make competitive lineups. The games I lost last night, I was not outmatched on the cards. I lost that game. They were just better players. I did not feel like my cards were holding me back. And the games I won, I don't think it was because my cards were just that much better than everybody. It was, mostly from the sticks. The main thing is just putting together a good competitive lineup with solid players at each position and giving yourself a really good chance to compete. And that's kind of the mindset. But of course, we will update that lineup as time goes on, especially as we start playing a little bit more of a showdown and things like that. For the auction house, we're in a very interesting time. Was able to sell a ton of cards. We can go through here. Why don't we start here today? We sold that Scotty. Again, that was a good buy for me. We bought him on that Thursday night when people were overselling. Made like 100k on this card. Didn't think he would go for that much more, but very happy with that. We sold a Denny because I bought one with more badges, actually broke even, but the rest was all day flips. I got Reynaud around 10. This Kenneth Farid we kind of broke even on. Maggette, there doesn't look like they're giving us challenges specific to players in the events. Maybe tomorrow they do. I don't know if they had enough time, but like Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest. Do we see a challenge for Damian Lillard tomorrow? Maybe. His price did go up and I sold a little too early. I sold Damian's for like 1 to 2k. And it looks like he's at like 5, but there's no guarantee a challenge is coming. We're trading Okongwu again. We're just buying him in the teens and selling him in the 30s. Really the same cast of characters, it's just lower floors. Like I'm getting Daniels in the 20s, selling closer to 40. This Dylan Harper was from before the festival. We did have to take a small loss on him. Made a little bit on Derek Queens, but kind of too early to try trading that set. But again, just the usual cast of characters, and we have some more cards we can start day trading. Like Adam Morrison is going to be a great one to start focusing on, and we'll look at some of my day trade strategies. Hear how we can make MT today while we're letting the dust settle on the new set. And we can start with it, and here's my mindset. One, there's going to be this really unique lock-in, and I don't know how it's going to affect these prices. I mean, for the high-end bid guys, I don't think they're going to get a huge bump just because there's a new lock-in. These guys are already really high. I think it's these buyout cards. Like Anthony Edwards is for the most part a buyout Galaxy Opal, and there's a few of these guys who are buyouts. I think Donovan Mitchell is a buyout, maybe at least a couple. If not, I mean, not a ton of people are bidding on this card. Yeah, he is a buyout. So the question is this lock-in significant enough to potentially, boost these guys? It comes the 17th. So that's I think next Friday, correct? No, that's just 2 days. It comes the 17th. That's just 2 days from now. Jeez, it's the 15th. So what is that? Tuesday. They'll be here Tuesday, which is exciting. Question is, do cards see a bump? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, some people will lock this in. It's an insane lock-in to get 29 cards. It's an insane lock-in. I think it really depends on who is the MVP. If it's Steph, I don't think Steph breaks the game getting 100 overall because there's so many Stephs out. Conversely, if it's Wemby, it's going to be very interesting. So another kind of boom or bust scenario. If you did want to invest in these cards, I think the safest ones would be kind of the buyouts. Like Maybe Anthony Edwards on buyout. Is Powell on buyout? Yeah, like, I think he's one of the cheaper ones. That'd probably be the safest, like buy Powell's in the 40s and just think he could go up to bid. If you're gonna stockpile, like you can't stockpile Durant's, there are millions of MT, you know what I mean? So it makes more sense to kind of go after reasonable ones. But again, if it is 100 overall Wemby, it's kind of borderline be a pretty crazy situation. Almost any other card like Brunson, 100 overall Brunson's not breaking the game by any means. And maybe one of these, you know, sometimes a reserve can win MVP, just like a random guy goes off. Guys like Anthony Edwards usually come to play in these type of events. Sometimes guys take it easy, you know. Kevin Durant, twilight is his career. Is he really coming out in the All-Star game trying to win MVP? Maybe. Could be another legacy, you know. LeBron might be trying to add to that legacy. It's a boom or bust scenario. If it's Wemby or someone really meta, I could see some of these cards going up, but it'd be riskier with the bids. Like, it's tough, you know, like Karl Anthony Towns kind of already on bid. Does his price really skyrocket for the lock-in? I think it'd be more those buy now cards that see a significant bump. And we have a similar situation for the pink diamonds. It's 39 cards, and even this will be very expensive. I mean, some of these cards are expensive. Cooper Flag is staying up on bid. I think Yang Hansen is. And there's a bunch of others that are 50, 60, 70K. Some are really cheap, like Derek Queen's under 20, Carrington's under 20. I think Fears is like close to 10. Maybe they took a small bump. Yeah, like you can grab a Fears. So it's a couple of things. One, I do think if this card is really good, or cards are really good, it might be multiple cards. It's going to be Dame and then the dunk winner, which was Kashad Johnson, I believe. Let me make sure I get his name right. We got to put some respect on that guy's name. It was Kashad Johnson, and he did win the dunk contest. Congrats, man. Congrats. That's really cool. So I think we'll get him and a Dame. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure, but I could see some of these pink diamonds taking a little bump. Again, if you're thinking of purely investment, I would focus on good deals of like some of the lower tier ones. Like I think Derek Queen, if he's selling, you know, 15, 14, 15K, when a really good lock-in comes in, he might bump up to 20, 25. You know, I think that'd be a little easier, really potentially across the board on some of these ones that are buyouts. Again, I think it's a bit boom or bust though. I just don't know how good the Kashad Johnson card is. Will he play shooting guard? If it's just Dame, like we have a decent amount of Dames, you know, he's not super meta. At the same time, people will want him. So a bit of a caveat there. I personally am not going to stockpile a ton of these guys. I'll wait for the exchange and then I'll wait for the dust to settle. And then I do want to stockpile a few of these guys at their floor. The question is, does this exchange raise their floor significantly? Maybe. I may just kind of pick a few that I can maybe win some real cheap bids on, like find BJ Edcomb's floor today, maybe try to find a few that I can bid. Looks like it'd be in the 30s. So if you want to stockpile a couple, that's fine. I have a few really just more for testing. I could see the logic of saying, hey, let's grab a few cheap ones just in case that exchange is good and just kind of bumps these guys as a whole about 10 to 20, 30%. Again, the bid ones are going to be tough to invest on. Like, I don't know about investing in Cooper Flag. I would pick a few meta buyout cards, even like Derek Queen. I think that's a great example. Maybe Concanupple. I don't think he's on bid. No, he's not. He's a buyout. Just a few mid-tier meta cards for really aggressive prices on bids and monitor that exchange. And then other than that, wait, because I think this floor really will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe even like Thursday, Friday. We're going to get Season 5 leaks Thursday night. We know how much we like shopping Thursday night. I think that is when we start seeing a true floor for these cards. It will be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's when I want to stockpile a few of these guys and hold on to them for future trading. In the short term though, still plenty of cards to make MT on. You saw all the solds I had, and it's really the same rinse and repeat. We won't go over it too much, but just 10 to 15 meta cards. And we're updating the list. Now, Adam Morrison's a great card to trade. He trades around 50, maybe 40. So I'm making bids in the 30s and then just gonna day flip. It's the same process, but just a few different cards, you know, highlighting Anthony Black, just a little bit more expensive cards that were kind of out of range for day trading before because they were, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, but now those cards are in 30s, 40s, 50s. I see Anthony Black. Look at this one. Extra badges, just listed. Maybe I could sell him for more than 45. Might dive in here and actually do some research. And here's just an example of how I really decide if it's a good deal. So I identified Anthony Black has some potential. There was one I could maybe bid on and one for buyout. What's his absolute floor? What is the cheapest Anthony Black out right now? I'm going to put it up to 46 because that's where I saw that one with extra legends. go 47. Okay. So technically 40 is not selling. This is why we do our research. So 45, even with extra badges, it's a good deal, but am I going to sell them for 55? It's still kind of like a maybe. What I'd rather do, knowing that information, is just try to win some on bid in like the 20s and 30s and get guaranteed profit rather than buying that one with just not a ton of room. So that was the one I saw earlier. Let's just see if there's any more. Yeah, we'll just bid on this one, put a solid like 25K bid, and confident I can sell them at 35, maybe even go up to like 28. Boom, we got a bid in. So doing that, we're back to the day flips, guys. I definitely think over the next couple days we have some time. I wouldn't carry a ton of inventory into next Friday just because of the new set and the new season. So I think we're really focusing on day trades really for the next few days. And again, Okongwu is a great example. There's one with extra badges at 32. Don't quite think it's worth it. I see bases. I'm really just going to bid like 15 on this card, maybe even 16. Not quite high enough, but we'll move on. Anything with significant badges? Not quite. So we'll move on, but there is plenty of cards to go after. Dyson Daniels is a great one to trade. We didn't trade him too much in the past. He was just a tad too expensive. Now we're finding good deals. He's like a 25, 30K card. Anything on bid or with significant extra badges that shouldn't be listed as low, like right here, boom. We could win this on bid even at like 22 because he has significant badges, even 25 actually. That'd be a great buy. And just here's the good news. There's so much noise going on with the new set. I'm getting outbid less. Not as many people have their ears up for like good Dyson Daniels. But if you buy it at a good price and list it for 24 hours, they still do sell. Same with cards like Nas Reed. So have your list. It's just a bit higher now. Like Grant Hill is a great card to trade. We weren't trading him. He was full buyouts. Like right here, 24 Hoffs, 3 Legends. And that's pretty much his floor. There's one with extra Hoffs at, right around 50. Okay. Yeah, I think we could sell him for, it's kind of tough. Like, would I sell him for 75, make a few thousand MT? That's kind of a fringe one. I think I'll wait, just be a bit conservative, but just move right along to the next card. Which one of these cards is really meta enough to hold some value? Derek White's probably gone way down. Yeah, 22 is about right for him. Maybe I can make a bid in like 10 to 15. So yeah, last few sets is usually good to do this in. Pink Diamonds, are down now, very good to trade. Did Jermaine O'Neal go up? He was down at like 10K. He did go up a little bit. He wasn't at 10K, but I won one at 10K and then sold him for like 20K. Let's see here. Yep, just like this, guys. We're just kind of hunting for good deals. So keep moving and grooving in the auction house. In theory, just do your day flips, use your bids to find good deals, understand the floor. And with All-Star, there's a couple unique things going on with these lock-ins. Gonna be tough to invest, especially in like Galaxy Opals, but if you do, try to grab competitive prices of the buy now. And gosh, if it is 100 overall Wemby, I do see a bit of a boost, but that's just a bit of a, we don't know if Wemby's gonna win the MVP. We do know who these cards are, so that's something a bit safer. Do they break the market? Maybe, but I think if you get some good deals, be very aggressive on your bids, you could potentially make some MT, but personally, I'll wait for Thursday, Friday, Saturday for their true floor. In summary, it's overall a really good day for 2K. I mean, they gave us a huge new challenge, so take care of challenges, get as much out of the festival as you can, have fun. If you can get some sweaty park wins or sweaty King of the Court wins, tip my cap to you. I respect it. I may be out there later myself. If not, have fun in Breakout. And just keep moving and grooving in the auction house, guys. This is why I love it, because it's an ecosystem. I've always said that, and these are just my opinions. I mean, there probably is a ton of MT to be made on this set, more than one way. My way of just buying low at the end of the cycle and flipping a little bit later with some specific meta cards. It is a good way, but not the only way. I definitely am curious if some of you guys are stockpiling these cards for this anticipated lock-in. Let me know what your strategies are down below. I really do appreciate different perspectives and appreciate all the support. The live was a lot of fun last night. We're getting a lot of support on the Kings theme team. Really means a lot, guys. So have a great Sunday. Please do like and subscribe. Much love and peace.